Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com. I believe a lot of these fighters are full of you know what. And the last few days I've spent listening to Amir Khan say that Timothy Bradley, who, in my opinion, probably beats Khan, is afraid of him. Then I'm hearing that Amir Khan has sparred with Manny Pacquiao, so he knows all he needs to know about boxing. And of course, I'm hearing Amir Khan say that he wants Floyd Mayweather, yada, yada, yada. Well, you know what? Let's play Matchmaker. Let's try something new here online, because style-wise, sometimes you can tell before a fight that if a fight was made, it would be a blockbuster barn burner. Let's talk about a current champion, the lightweight champion at 135, Brandon Rios. And Rios wants to move up to 140. So rather than have Amir Khan call out everyone and say they're afraid, which in boxing is strong words. Let's face it, all of these guys are warriors who are willing to put it on the line in the ring. This is a sport where you have even champions like Abner Maris and Ishmael Vasquez with reattached retinas, right? This is a fight where guys have gone blind, where Harry Greb was discovered to have been blind in one eye when they were looking at his body after he died. And so I don't belittle any fighter. And if Amir Khan really thinks that he is the man, I hear he's calling himself the money man at 140. If he really thinks he is the man at 140 pounds, and I applaud him, then Amir Khan, we're calling you out. Why don't you fight Brandon Rios? I think style-wise, that would be an absolute nightmare for Amir Khan. This fight works on a host of levels. First, Freddie Roach, Amir Khan's trainer, and Robert Garcia, Brandon Rios' trainer, aren't the best of friends. You remember these guys were arguing before Manny Pacquiao's fight against Antonio Margarito, right? So here you would have two champions in the ring, two big-name trainers who have different approaches and really don't like each other. Not only that, these fighters' flaws match up perfectly. I'm talking about perfectly. Think about it. Amir Khan is very fast-handed. He's able to hit you and then leave, right? He hits hard. He took out Dmitry Salida in one round, right? He has pretty explosive punching power. But here's the catch. Amir Khan himself looks like he has a questionable chin. It looks like with that power comes some questions about his ability to take a punch, right? Knocked out by Breedis Prescott. I thought he even got his bell rung by Marco Antonio Barrera at one point in that fight. Certainly the Marcos Maidana fight, Amir Khan admits getting his bell rung. Well, all I'm saying is here, think about it. He would come in with an offensive arsenal on Brandon Rios. Now, the one thing I'll say about Brandon Rios is, and people know I'm a skeptic of Brandon Rios, the one thing I'll say about Brandon Rios is he's willing to take punches, right? This is a guy who thinks he's the baddest man on the planet. When you come in on him, he's not even wasting a lot of time on head movement. He's going to take punches. First question in the fight. Can Brandon Rios take Amir Khan's punch? Understand, Rios has been taking punches at 135. This is a big puncher at 140 pounds, right? Can Brandon Rios take Amir Khan's punch? Not only that, what happens after the ambush? Brandon Rios actually has pretty good foot speed. Take a look at his fight against Miguel Acosta. He walked down Acosta after having problems early. Is it possible that he could walk down Amir Khan? Brandon Rios, in many ways, is a lot like Marcos Maidana. Only, unlike Maidana, Rios doesn't throw his punches with as much of a loop. Not only that, Brandon Rios, once he gets inside, it's like dealing with Joe Frazier inside, right? He's going to chop you down. He's going to take out your body. What happens when he starts coming forward? And you and I know Brandon Rios is not going to waste any time in the first round going backwards. What happens when Brandon Rios comes forward and Amir Khan has just finished an ambush? If Brandon Rios is still upright, what does Khan do? Right? Brandon Rios has, in my opinion, more of a stalker mentality, much more of a stalker mentality than Zab Judah. Not only that, what happens if Brandon Rios gets Amir Khan on the ropes? This fight's an all-action fight. The only guarantee I can give you is that I'm pretty certain, in fact, it's not a guarantee, use your head. Let me give myself a legal disclaimer, but the only thing I can say I truly believe in this fight, because I'm not sure who wins it, is that this fight doesn't go the distance, right? Somebody is going to get hit. Could be Brandon Rios, could be Amir Khan, and somebody is going to be taken out, right? Up close, Amir Khan's not that gifted a boxer, right? At distance, Brandon Rios is not that gifted a boxer, right? Both of these guys have pretty heavy hands. Amir Khan relies on his feet for his defense, right? Moving around the ring. And Brandon Rios, quite frankly, is one of the best at cutting off the ring, right? Guys with Brandon Rios know they're on a short clock. Also, let me just say this too. You saw Zab Judah get hit. Punch may have been low. Zab Judah went down. I guarantee you that for Brandon Rios to get stopped, Brandon Rios would have to be knocked unconscious. Rios, like Joe Frazier, who got up several times against George Foreman. You remember that fight, right? Like Joe Frazier, you practically have to knock Brandon Rios unconscious. He literally, physically would not be able to get off the canvas for the fight to be stopped. Because if Brandon Rios can breathe and if he can get off the canvas, he's a guy who will, right? I mean, this fight wouldn't end like Amir Khan's fight against Zab Judah ended. So with a nod to Bruce Trampler, probably boxing's best matchmaker, let me just throw out the suggestion of an unbeaten lightweight champion moving up. By the way, it's just a move up of 5 pounds from 135 to 140, moving up to 140 to take on the alleged money man at 140. Colorful fighters, colorful trainers. You have mystery and intrigue that comes from a very heavy-handed lightweight moving up to junior welter, right? You would have trash talk. You would have, heavy-handed punching. You would have an interesting dynamic on who controls the distance in the fight, because Rios almost certainly would be coming forward, right? Khan at different times would be going backwards. When Khan steps forward, what exactly would happen to Rios? Because Rios isn't gifted defensively, right? So what exactly happens to Rios when Khan comes forward? That's an open question. What happens to Khan when Rios comes forward? That's an open question. This fight would be all action from start to finish. So Amir Khan, if you want to impress me, rather than calling out Timothy Bradley when you know he's having a problem with his promoter, and when you know that he's involved in a lawsuit and can't fight you, and rather than calling out Floyd Mayweather when you know Floyd Mayweather is set to fight Victor Ortiz, and when you know that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are angling to fight each other, rather than call out guys who are unavailable, why don't you call out a guy who's smaller than you, who's a lightweight, who wants to move up to 140? Let me just say, too, for Brandon Rios, who would probably be the underdog in this fight, understand, first off, Rios doesn't even have to risk his belt at 135 pounds. This could literally be an out of division fight at 140 for him. So he could keep his title. So the risk is minimized. Not only that, if he comes up to 140 and let's say he gets blown out by Amir Khan, well, I believe there is less downside to getting blown out by an elite fighter than there is in losing a tune-up fight. So if you're a young guy and you're in your late 20s and you aren't going to be confused with Pernell Whitaker defensively and you're getting hit, I say, look, go for the whole thing. Quite frankly, I believe both fighters have an excellent chance in this fight. I consider this fight to be a toss-up. Let's see if anyone watching this video talks to the management of these fighters to try to get this fight to happen. I think it would be a must-see fight. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for me here on YouTube, and of course visit us hopefully at gamblersadvisory.com. And if this fight is announced, let's all take a bow on helping propose it. Thanks for watching.